it's acceptable in some ways, you know what I'm saying, like working out or whatever, but
Yeah.
not all the way across. Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Cold Out Coffee and Blunts Morning Show.
Good morning.
Boom. Welcome to the Cold Talk Coffee and Blunts Morning Show. I'm your host, Victor Vinziant, and I got with me, as always, my partner, Mr. SLP. What's going on?
Top of the morning.
Yeah, and today's discussion is about, hey, men need their flowers too. So we are having a chat about, like boundaries. It's always got to be talked about because boundaries got to be reinforced, because this is about managing your emotion from day to day, moment to moment, week to week, year to year, because things can happen very quickly. You know what I'm saying? When you're having the wrong conversations, man. So, like, sometimes we don't we don't really appreciate someone else's self control,
Yeah. Yeah.
and sometimes you need flowers for that
Yeah.
because there's so many. People, you see those memes like there's so many people I should have beat up.
Yeah.
There's so many things I should have done handled differently. So many hands I should have given away.
Right.
And
Right.
you don't, what I'm saying, you don't really think about those things until like time passes or whatever, because so many people try you along the way while you're trying to figure your thing out, and when they could have helped you, they chose not to for whatever reason. And so you deserve some flowers for that, man, because it could go a whole bunch of different ways out here. It ain't hard to be on the wrong side of a situation.
Yeah. But if you don't control your emotions, then that's where you're gonna end up. You're gonna end up dead. You're gonna end up in jail. You're gonna end up hurt. I mean, to say the least. So
Yeah.
you gotta manage it. What if the world was it didn't have no law, no police? It just don't like what somebody say, and you can handle it.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm
was,
saying?
man. Look,
Hey, I don't like how you driving today. I'm gonna follow you home. I'm gonna see about it.
that's weird.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
But that's how weird. But
just,
that's how weird it can
that's
get,
why
though.
you gotta have a boundary.
Yep.
Because shit can get out of. You can be out of bounds.
Brother.
You don't even know you're out of bounds.
You can't. And man, look, when you out of bounds, you can. You ain't in the game.
Right.
Like when you out of bounds, you out of the play altogether. You know what I'm saying? You got no say so, no leverage, no nothing. So even when things get crazy, you know what I'm saying? The number one thing you can't do to win the game is to get out of bounds.
Yeah. You get tricked off your spot.
You get tricked out your spot, man, because somebody else is kind of wild. But for the men that has experienced being tricked out their spot and bounce back, you deserve your flowers, man, because a lot of people don't get back.
And the men that control all they shit, and they never really, just stay mellow. I mean, be calm.
Yeah.
Through no matter what. I mean, they slandering your name. Man, it's words. They gonna talk.
Yeah.
Same person that can walk on water, they gonna say he can't swim.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They always try to count somebody's pockets.
Yeah, they always got something. Somebody got that. But it's called the peanut gallery,
Yeah.
So you don't entertain that shit.
No, you can't.
You're gonna be part of the peanut gallery if you goddamn don't control your emotion.
Man, quickly, extra quick, because like they got institutions set up for people that can't control their behavior.
Yeah, and you think you gangster because you from this town, and then you get thrown in there from another gangster from another part of another town somewhere else in another state.
You food. You food for somebody.
You thought you was gangster.
You thought you was. You know what I'm saying? Or you got people that don't necessarily get involved in anything violent or whatever, but they got the potential to. So they assess it right away, and the next thing you know, they deal with you like a mental health case. You know what I'm saying? And they got institutions for that too. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so at some point, the only control that matters is self control.
Self control.
That's the first one that has to matter. Because if you can't control yourself, somebody else will.
Just in the middle of that shit.
It's a job for
When
somebody.
you feeling uneasy, just ask yourself, man, is this shit easy?
Mm-hmm.
Is it even worth it?
Yeah.
Like where I'm gonna go if I have to take it there.
What does
Like
it
how
look like?
what it look like, how I get back, how I shake back.
Yeah.
Because if it ain't even worth it, hey man, you need to leave that situation.
Yeah. Like especially if you got something to lose.
Yeah, and we all got something to lose.
Everybody does, right? But in general, the person that doesn't value what they have to lose,
And that's a whole nother.
There's a whole nother conversation. Yeah, because
you said the key word, they don't
value.
Because
like what you just said is true. We all have something to lose, and then it's cool, and that's true. But whether or not that person values the same thing, that's
prime example. You said discipline, undisciplined. So check this out.
Come on, man.
You can be a single mom. You want to go out there and have some fun. You had a long week of work.
Mm-hmm.
So ain't nobody say you can't have no fun, but you go out there, you got kids and shit. Kids, you did everything right. Kid is at the babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but you go out and have too many drinks. Now your ass in jail.
Oh man, I look.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got DUI and shit.
Man, look, you keep talking, dog. I'm finna look for this.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that be going crazy, or it'd be vice versa. You could be a man, you're a single father. You can drop your kids off. Shit. Wherever at the sister house, you got some daycare too. Now you go out there, you have some fun. You have too much fun, and now you get a DUI.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
It's some. I got a video.
How you shaking back after that?
Yeah, like
because you could have just put the kids to bed. You could have had a couple drinks at on your back porch, cut the little music on, turn up a little bit, invite a little company over or something. But you didn't have to go out there and spend thousands of dollars, because that's what it's gonna cost you.
Yeah.
Hell, it might even take your kid away.
Bro, people everybody don't value the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think we should have at least value some sort of safety. You know what I'm saying? Like at a minimum. Like it's you know what I'm saying? It's usually strange to me that it happens that way, but I understand why it does too. Because
you ain't the first one, you ain't gonna be the last one neither. But hey, do you want that drama? Do you want all that in your life?
Man, come on. Like it's such a setup to just allow your emotions to rule you like that. You know what I'm saying?
They could be walking out the bar and want to have a little confrontation with somebody. He could just keep on going home, but nah, he wanna act bad.
Yeah,
he wanna whoop somebody's ass and shit. Now you accidentally killed him and shit because he drunk. He hit his head. Now you got a whole situation on your hand. All you gotta do is go home.
Go home.
You gotta control your emotion, bro.
Bro, all of this stuff come back to it, man. Yeah, discipline, undisciplined. You know what I'm saying? Controlling your emotions. It's it ain't that many different ways that you can go about it.
Or you having fun with your girls. Y'all drunk as hell. Y'all at the red light. Now you want to put the car in park, put the sunroof open. One dance, twerk, all the music blasting. But all y'all drunk. Now you twerking and shit at the red light. Guess what? Police come. Now I got a whole situation.
Man,
because you don't want to fucking just take your drunk ass home. You want to cause a scene.
Right. you out of control. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't fair.
But if somebody there and try to stop you, then y'all get into an altercation.
Right.
Because whatever you doing, you just want to continue to do it. You don't want to listen to nobody.
No, because you don't really care about nobody but yourself. That's really what it comes down to. I'm just gonna play it from right here. Let me get this. I want to get this screen set up for it though first before I hit play and show this thing, because right along the lines of what you was talking about.
But people be trying to downplay certain things, but it can get out of control real fast. You don't have no say so on how big it can get.
Let's see.
Oh, we got action. This is wild.
Shouldn't have let her leave, and they should be held accountable to some degree.
I didn't even know that she had passed away until late that night.
When Heather Jolliker looks back on her younger sister Kiara's life,
fair use. That's videos for fair
This
use.
don't got nothing.
she
What the?
remembers her happy social media posts about being a mom.
You know, she's making baby showers, she's having play dates.
Not only did she care for her own kids, but also took in their other sisters' children as well.
She took our sister who passed away a few years ago, kids in, and she was raising them as her own.
But Kiara's life took a tragic turn. The Washington State Patrol says she lost control of her SUV and hit an overpass, killing everyone inside. Heather says that included Kiara's young daughter and her son, along with two 11-year-old girls, one the daughter of a family
Look at the
friend.
vehicle,
Heather
bro.
says
Yeah,
in the search
that's
for answers,
intentional.
she watched Kiara's social media video posted hours before the crash and was shocked at the dark content that she saw.
She was taking shots.
I watch videos and I just get sick to my stomach.
Washington State Patrol confirms it is investigating the videos. The last posted about 3 hours prior to the crash. Heather says drinking out of a shot glass and slurring her words.
I'm so mad at her. She was so disappointed, and she was raised way better than that. This is not like her.
Heather says Kiara was also at someone else's home.
But I know if you're at my house with kids and you're drinking, you're not driving. Say she's a bartender, wouldn't she be held accountable if she overserved somebody at the bar? Same rules apply, I should think.
She hopes investigators question those she was with.
They want answers. There's one person that can give it to them.
Heather believes this was a preventable tragedy.
If you see somebody getting behind the wheel of somebody who's been drinking, stop them. Do anything in your power to try to save them, because they could have been stopped.
Although Heather believes that alcohol likely played a role, again, the Washington State Patrol is still waiting for toxicology results to come back to determine if she was under the influence of something at the time of the crash. Meantime, Washington State Patrol detectives would like to hear from you if you either witnessed a crash and haven't talked to them yet, or if you have any information on what led up to that crash. Reporting live in Tacoma, Jennifer Dowling, Fox 13 News.
Damn.
Yeah, that's just wild. Like, there was some other videos that some people had sent me about that. Like, she was, obviously on social media, live, taking shots, and like basically being emotional and talking about how her kids' father didn't want to know more and all that stuff too, man. But
man, it don't give a shit. Well, you right. You gotta control your emotion, but alcohol gonna give you some shit that you don't really have or possess.
yeah,
And the people that was at the house, I feel like they need to be responsible as well, man. Like, who gonna be like, you know what? You had too much to drink, man. You good. You can stay here. But then again, how many times you been at a place where, oh man, I'm good.
yeah.
Oh, I'm straight. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then before you, I ain't never had.
I ain't never had that
situation
experience like
where
that. Yeah,
I'm good, and then 10 minutes the next day, I'm saying, damn,
yeah.
I want to see him on the news, fucked up in the worst way. So I'm just saying, like, I don't know, maybe it's the military, but you can kind of see that, and it actually don't have nothing to do with the military, just common sense.
Common
bro.
sense,
You
yeah.
drunk as hell, bro. You can't fucking drive nothing.
Yeah.
You can't even walk.
They said that they hid her keys from her, and then she woke up in the middle of the night and then got her keys.
Oh well, yeah, you can't
do nothing about
You
that.
can't do nothing about
Yeah,
that.
like
She done broke out your own house. You tried to save her from herself. But then who the hell was riding with her? You said it crashed in the overpass, killing 5.
yeah.
So
Kids.
who the hell? She had 5
It
kids.
was 4 kids. Like, she makes 5. Like she's one of the 5. The other 4 people in the vehicle were kids.
So where she was going in the middle of the night? Back
Man.
home?
Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah, something to that effect.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn, that's wild. She done woke up, found the keys,
yeah,
got the kids ready,
yeah. Because you got to think,
got in the vehicle. Yeah, I'm gonna make it home.
think about it, right? Look at the logistics of that. You know what I'm saying? Like if everybody sees she drunk,
Man, I need to talk to the baby daddy.
somebody,
Where
man,
the fuck is, oh my
Boy.
gosh.
bruh, there's a lot of moving pieces in this tragedy right here. You know what I'm saying? That's why it is a tragedy. But man, like it's a lot of moving pieces. You know,
Ooh,
I
damn.
couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
Couldn't imagine it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, blessings to that family. You know what I'm saying? And prayer.
For sure.
Yeah, like those that was affected and impacted by it. You know, I just things could always be worse. Remember we was talking, you know what I'm saying, about not in this situation, but this is the
worst.
This is the worst case scenario. Like, but how many times we talk about like when something a tier below this still bad.
Oh, I'm saying okay,
Yeah.
so this is it, but but the other thing will be a DUI because it's bad. This gonna cost you.
Correct.
Money.
Yeah.
This the next step.
It's the next step. It ain't you can't keep doing the same behavior and expecting
something else.
You can't expect a great outcome with that behavior. You know what I'm saying?
This is the end goal right here.
Yeah, like whatever you're doing, and you doing it irresponsibly.
Yeah, that's where you're gonna end up at.
This is where you're gonna end up at, man. Like it ain't no other outcome, because once you commit to the alcohol don't care what your plans is.
Mm-mm.
They don't care where you got to be. It don't like. You. That's why you got to have control of your emotions.
Did you see the one where I think it was a kid. And I seen 2. It was a girl and it was a boy, but both of them was the same thing. They were so drunk that they killed somebody and they're in jail and they don't even know what's going on. Like the girl thought she was, I don't know where thought she was at, but she was talking to the police officer like, yeah, I understand all of that, but can I have my keys? Because I got school in the morning.
Oh, I do think I
gotta go to school tomorrow. Like I know, but I'll handle this later. But they wasn't
even locked in.
Locked in on where they at and what they just did. Like, the dude, police officer, like, hey, I know what you're saying, but you're not getting out of here. This is where you at.
Yeah, this is where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, you ain't going home. What keys? Shit.
Yeah, man. Like
by the time you get out, the car's flying.
Yeah,
like, you underneath there,
bro. Like it's so wild that the distance that people be willing to go.
But that's how drunk you got to be to not even understand that you just killed somebody.
Like, what was you doing? Like, what was you? Like, but hopping in the car with 4 kids is crazy.
That's wild. That's beyond.
Yeah, like, yo, I'm telling you.
The chick, I seen another one where the chick, she called her husband at work. He about to get off of work, and she asked him what he wanted to eat, and he told her, "Hey, baby, whatever you want to make, I know it's gonna be good. I'll see you in about 2 hours. This, that, and the third."
Mm-hmm.
Things like, maybe get off at 5. It's like 3 o'clock. So in 30 minutes after that, he get another phone call. It's a police officer. She done killed everybody in the house.
What?
She done stabbed all the babies in the house, man. Like, she just some snap. We ain't never get the we didn't get the interview from her. we got the interview from like the police and everybody that
all the
affected.
investigators.
Yeah, that was affected. I'm like, damn, them little kids ain't deserve that shit. Like whatever it is, she was trying to. They were trying to. A defense attorney was trying to blame it on like postpartum. And I'm like, damn, them kids was like 4 years old, 5 years old, 3 years old, 6 years old. She killed all of them. Like, damn. Now I come home, I don't got no kids, and I don't got no old lady. And my old lady took out my kid. I'm so confused.
Yeah.
You know what? I need to go back to work.
I'm just gonna stay at work.
Yeah, I gotta go back to work. I think I forgot something.
Because I don't even need to do nothing in that house no more.
It's up for sale.
It's gone. Like those kind of stories, man. Like, you know, of course we don't understand them, but
it's a lesson learned.
It's a big lesson learned. It talks about the risk and stuff that's out there in the world, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like the minute that you get solid, you start seeing how fragile, you know what I'm saying, situations are. Not necessarily people.
Right.
Because
but people are very, very, very
even though that's how fragile they are, yeah. I look at the situation. The situation always tell me more about the people involved than the people themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because like this is the thing, right? I made a post the other day. It's like long before people read books, they used to read people. You had to read people because you had to understand your environment and where you was at, when you was in danger, when you was in a safe space or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like, because that's the difference between paying attention to folks and what they say versus how they say it. Mm-hmm. What they mean versus what they do. And so like, because people are so fragile, right? I just can't come out and tell you why you act the way you act and I don't even know you.
But hold on, man.
But the situation though, mm-hmm. if they in a situation that's like sketchy, you can tell something shaky going on, you don't read the situation, mm-hmm. the people involved can only be attracted to a certain situation based off of the circumstances presented. You know what I'm saying? So if you like to steal cars, you're going to be out between certain hours. If you like to, you know what I'm saying, rob dope boys, you're going to probably be in an environment where you can get robbed too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if something happened to a person, a lot of the times you're going to consider where they, you know what I'm saying, where the situation took place, what time, and who all was there. And y'all got varying degrees of boundaries, what you willing to go do. Somebody gonna be YOLO, and somebody gonna be like, I don't know about that. Mm-hmm. I'm down, but it got to happen a certain time. Somebody gonna have a little bit more common sense than the other person. Mm-hmm. So instead of trying to just look at people and judge them right away, look at the situation. Like look the situation we just put up there, right? Mm-hmm. That look at the outcome. And then when you start backtracking and start putting numbers and context to it, it's like, yo, you did this to yourself and you hurt other people in the process. Yeah. Like, and yeah, they can put a tag on it. They can call it postpartum, but not when the kids was asleep and then you just woke them up and, you know what I'm saying, and snuck them out the house and you still messed up and you ain't told nobody. You know what I'm saying? Now we trying to figure out who responsible.
Yeah.
Come on, man. When all you had to do is lay down a little bit longer.
I mean, it ain't really about responsible shit. Like, she got to have some type of common sense. She got some kids. So she got to be grown. She got to have a job. She got a car. She got shit to do. I mean,
she know
it can happen to any of us.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's why I say you got to control your emotion.
Yeah.
You got to find your balance in everything you do. Too much of anything can kill you, and that's a prime example.
Literally.
That's just too much.
And if it kill you.
And why are you drinking that much? And you got shit to do. You got your kids with you. Why the fuck is you drinking that much? You going hard like you fucking 18, 21, 22.
Who hurt you? Why you acting like that? You know what I'm saying?
But remember, you need some damn some counseling.
For real. Why'd you do that to yourself? Why you hurt them babies like that?
Not just yourself, you did it to a whole lot.
Yeah.
Like I said, the baby dad, the other family members,
Man, like that's
your brothers and sisters, your mom and dad, your
yo,
granny.
that's the trickle down.
That's crazy.
Because like how like everybody sees what happened to those kids and her. Imagine the men that imagine the fathers of those children. Imagine because like two of the children weren't hers.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like so, imagine the grief that go with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, super wild.
Yeah, when it didn't have to happen that way. It's ignorant, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand like like how people can't see like when you hurt yourself, you hurt other people. But I and I'm saying that rhetorically because I know why. Because when you don't have the same, when you operate with your level of self-esteem, it's gonna hurt other people if your shit ain't together.
Yeah,
So
you just gotta relax.
yeah. So like,
You gotta take a deep breath.
mm-hmm.
You might need a longer nap.
Man, another sandwich or something.
You don't need to drink that much.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on? Hey, good morning, Tiffany. She says, they do it to escape. Yeah, I get it.
Man, well, yeah, you damn sure
Yeah,
did. You got yourself up out of here.
Yeah, like
you done ran out of booth.
You know what I'm saying? It's
to escape.
Yeah,
you right.
It can't be nothing else.
Yeah, she up out of here. She escaped it for sure.
For sure, and gave.
Ain't no coming back.
Look, and then left out of here, left a whole bunch of people destroyed.
Yeah,
destroyed a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, devastated, heartbroken.
Yeah, he
distraught.
Man, come on. It's a selfish act.
Very.
Which I was talking about before. We talk about sexual discipline, right? That's why you got to be careful.
Man, all this
who
shit
you make your
in.
kids with.
It's mixed in.
It's all mixed in,
and
it ain't no nice way to talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Because and you're right, but guess what? The kids probably were made, and they probably was drunk. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, everything on the table after certain thing.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of drunk sex, motherfucker just bam. Then now she pregnant. He probably ain't want the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Then
now you got a tragedy on your
hands. Now you got all of this going on. You trying to make the best. You probably was on child support.
Man, look, you know what the script is on stuff like this. It's got the same makeup. It comes with the same situation.
But then if the dad try to take the kids from her, because he knows she got some drinking problem, shit, the court ain't gonna do nothing until it's too late.
Yep.
Judge, you mean she got to take my kids and kill them before I can get custody?
Man, we know plenty of, we done heard plenty of stories where you got an irresponsible, parent involved, specifically the mothers. Like, being in situations like this right here. Like, and the thing is, this happens a lot more than what it gets discussed. You know what I'm saying? Like, the ones that's functioning in that capacity, they get sympathy when they really should be getting, some sort of moral chastising.
Mm-hmm. I mean, shit. Like I said, she got to escape. She had an escape plan, escape route. Maybe it wasn't this. Maybe this wasn't what she seen, but she damn sure did.
Yeah,
she got up out of there for sure. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
And then think about it. If you do escape, how far are you escaping and when you coming back? Because reality gonna come back.
Yeah, for real.
So I gotta go to work in the morning or the next day after that. Because if this is the weekend, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you got a lot on your hands.
Yeah. And to the point is that
birthdays coming up. There's a lot of shit going on,
especially at the top of the year.
Come on, this shit happened January 19th.
It's disappointing for sure. Cause and the point is, like, when I brought that video up, you was talking about something completely different, and it's still about the women that like you that exact violence. You know what I'm saying? Instead of controlling their emotions and
Yeah, we all
the
gotta
mental state.
control a man and woman.
Yeah, we all do.
That's
And
something right there.
yeah, what we got going on? Alcoholism flows through my family. Let's see here.
Speak on.
Yeah, speak on that. Alcoholism flows through my family. Good morning, Taylor. Let's read what you got going on. Alcoholism flows through my family. To see a person drink themselves to death, literally, or see people leave the family functions loose as a goose. I started to look at my family and stop drinking. I can drink half a glass of wine now and be out. I was a bartender and all, but it just didn't sit right in my spirit. I seen some crazy shit. Yeah, yo, that that bottle does something to you over time. They don't call it spirits for no reason, man.
Yeah, it's spirits.
Yeah,
Hey, but it's the devil's juice.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't balanced,
That's the devil's juice. And you think about it, it can kind of give you some courage. It can give you everything that you lack, but only for a short period of time.
just a burst.
Then you're going to run out of boost. And then after you destruct or whatever, you come up out of that drunkenness phase, you got to see reality.
Yeah.
You got to check it. But it's going to check you. You can be a DUI. You can be hungover. You can wake up dead. It's a lot of shit. You can tear up a lot of
You
shit.
said wake up dead?
Yes.
Wake up dead.
Because you're in there sober mind. Then
Yeah.
you get drunk. Then before you know, you black out.
I got you.
You wake up. You is not.
You ain't
here.
who you are. Yeah.
No. You ain't on earth no more. You got to see the maker because you done ran into a pole. You done put your car in through the bridge and jumped off the cliff into the water. You done hit a tree.
Because you
done wrapped your shit around. You done hit some. You done hit a building. Like it could have been.
Man, like you know what? With alcohol,
that's wild.
The whole thing is the spelled out explanation of in a rush to judgment, right? If you drink too much, right, you're probably dealing with something where you rushing to judgment on. You don't have all the information yet. You ain't chilled and you know what I'm saying, let things marinate for a minute. So you don't rush to some conclusion somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then in your rush to judgment, you go do something like this lady did, and now you done met the maker. You know what I'm saying? So you still in a rush to judgment until you get there. Like you either gonna do it in this life or the afterlife. Let's see what we got. Said drinking in excess to escape reality or your situation you can't see clearly. You have to acknowledge you have issues and seek help. That takes huge courage. Society says there's something wrong with you if you don't drink. You know,
I'm not sure what society she's talking about.
Well, I would say this right here. Society is made up of people. And people know.
In the peanut gallery.
Yeah, in the peanut gallery. Like, there's just too much information. The very reason why we got peer-to-peer booking, like for cars and apartments and things of the nature, you can get a phone call. I mean, you can get service. That was another way she could have got home if she, you know,
how
what I'm
about
saying,
call the fucking father?
How about that too?
Call the husband, the boyfriend.
Come on, come
call
get these
somebody.
kids. I messed
You can
up.
call this nigga for some dick. You can call him and he can come and
get your
kids.
Yeah, like,
and you and get your own.
Cause I'm cool with you.
Wanna, you probably was beefing with the nigga.
Yeah, I'm cool with you feeling bad over there. That's what you want to do, but like, let me come get my kids though.
Yeah, that shit crazy. This shit happen, man. Yeah. It's real life. You rather call me while you in jail than rather call me.
Yes, for everything else.
Yeah.
Yes, for everything else.
Yeah.
And
you'd rather call me to get you out of jail than rather come get you so we can goddamn make it home.
No, like it's I get people have mental issues, but in general, all of us got some sort of mental issue. And
I know my elevator don't go all the way to the top.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, guess what?
Yeah.
You gotta do the best with what you got.
Yeah, my elevator don't
go seek some help. You can go to the community chest or you can go chance it. Both times you roll the dice.
Both times. Both times.
Both fucking times you roll the dice. So what you gonna do?
Yeah, like
you can go to get some help because the community chest is going to get you some help.
Yeah.
You can phone a friend you know what? I'm. You need to take your ass back to sleep.
Bruh.
I'll be there in the morning. You got 2 hours. It can wait.
They can wait. Yeah, man. Look.
Or hey, all right, baby, I'm on the way. I'm on the way to get the kids ready. So when I come, you don't have to wake up everybody.
Right.
But then you roll the dice and take that chance. Come on, kids, I got it. You got them going side to side. You don't even know where you at. You see 2 lanes, 2 cars, 2 sets of keys. You had 4 kids. You see 8. But you want to get in the car and try to drive home.
You crazy.
This is a 2 lane. You think it's 4 lane.
Come on, man. Like, your ego drank alcohol.
Man, that's wild, man.
Like, cause the thing about how, like,
that's fucking wild.
Your ego is already there just chilling with you like this right here. Every time you take a shot, your ego take a shot.
Yeah. Oh, you go ahead and drink another.
Yeah, then your ego take a shot, and then you take a shot. They go from you and your ego taking shots to your ego.
I mean, I understand how that shit can work, man, but you gotta control it.
Got to,
or
man.
It's gonna control you.
Well, shit, if you don't, and if you let it control you,
it's too late.
Somebody gonna die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, some Taylor over here.
You can hear all the explanation with the alcoholism and all this other stuff. But
it still come back down to
self-control. Still
self-control.
gotta make a decision, and you gotta make the right one.
You gotta make a disciplined decision or an undisciplined decision.
That's it.
Every time. All of these conversations come back down to if you really want to answer.
Yeah.
And most people don't really want. They know the answer.
You're accountable.
Yeah.
You're gonna make a realistic decision, and it's gonna be disciplined.
Yeah, diving into your shadow work is heavy. Alcohol can't heal that deep, dark space. It definitely cannot, which is why we talk about.
And then all these words and shit, these people don't be listening to this shit.
Yeah, they don't.
Shadow.
Yeah.
What it is? Shadow work?
It's shadow work.
Shadow work.
It's all of the meditating.
All these words.
They don't care about the words.
Don't care about that.
They
drunk.
They drunk. Yeah, they don't care about those words. And that's the thing. It's like when you catch them when they sober and they trying to hurry up and get drunk, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want what you want. They don't care about the same things. And when they dangerous to themselves, then that's your boundary to get away from them. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a big difference in saying, like, yo, I think he had a little bit too much to drink this time, but every time I see you,
you already got too much.
You already had too much to drink. So it's up to me to say, hey, look, I got to put a boundary at some point. Like, yo, I can't be a part of this. Yeah, like matter of fact, the fact that I got to even have the conversation is me telling you I can't be part of this.
Yeah.
So you got to help yourself.
Same thing. You can be overweight. You 200, 300, 400 pounds, and you trying to holler at me. I shouldn't have to talk to you about your weight. You already got to understand that you're at a disadvantage.
Man, look, you getting graded. Like, and you get graded on your behavior. Everything else we can work with.
And I'm not even saying that. You gotta love yourself enough not to be out of shape that bad.
Yeah.
20 pounds, 10 pounds is something doable. But you up there 200 over excess, then maybe I don't that's too much vehicle for me. You see, I don't want to deal with that. I might just want a little sports car.
Yeah.
You got a Suburban. I need a gas saver or something. I don't know. Like, it's just too much for me. I ain't saying that. Hey, if this is you happy with it, hey, I'm not trying to
find somebody that supports your preferences.
Right.
And that's the thing. When you in a situation where, like, other people should have known not to have them kids around her like that. Because you don't just get sloppy like that one time.
So the problem is if the family member come in after the fact. Family members come in after the fact.
Yeah, that's so true.
You see what I'm saying? They coming in. I never knew that she had a problem. Bullshit. Yeah. She drunk at every fucking function.
Every function.
Y'all talk shit about her behind her back. Y'all got your hands in this shit too.
And no matter how you slice it,
she need help. Y'all need to take them damn kids away from her. She need to get the proper help. Because if it's a nigga out there doing bad, y'all quick to them take the shit away from her.
Man, so, never give him a chance.
Do it the right way.
Yeah.
Right is right, wrong is wrong.
Man, I'm telling you, like, it's crazy how, like, sometimes the deadbeat parent actually had the children.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes the deadbeat actually had the children.
Yeah.
And when you see that as a trend, you know what I'm saying, and a normal occurrence, until it's framed the right way, we don't understand what type of danger that a lot of these kids is really in with being with the wrong parent.
What if you imagine this? What if you saying discipline, undisciplined? What if you in a situation where you're the child and your mom and dad is into swinging and having multiple partners and shit like that, right?
Right.
So you're a child though, and you see these things. What do you think this child is finna grow up and become?
Especially
the same thing.
The very same thing. That's why the behavior that they complain about in children, it come from immature adults that never grew up.
The fruit, like I never seen a banana next to an apple tree.
I ain't never seen apples fall out of a banana tree.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
ain't never seen tangerines fall out of a plum tree.
Right.
You crazy?
That's exactly what the world we live in.
Yeah,
They're very delusional.
So delusional.
Yeah.
Like, where do you think he learned it at? Like, if you want to sit back and you want to criticize and say either men or women are too irresponsible, look at how they were raised and where they was raised at.
Yeah, and then you gotta understand this shit probably already in their family. Like
it's already in their family.
Like she said, it's alcoholism and all this other stuff that runs in the family. So it's already something chemical imbalance in you.
Yep.
So you gotta find out, if you can, you got family members still alive, try to do a little family history research. That's the business you need to mind. Not trying to worry about all this other shit.
Man.
So you find out what's going on. So then maybe you're like, damn, I might not be able to drink as much.
And you know what, man? That right there, that goes into so many different things, because you're trying to break down your family history so you can figure out where your health concerns should be focused at, right?
Mental
health being one of them. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, you start seeing like how one person's behavior contributed to this situation, and then you start fitting, you know what I'm saying, different pieces in, and then you see how alcohol or mental health played a role in all of them outcomes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this is why I go back to saying this right here. It don't matter what you studied in school. At some point when you sit down and think about your life, you're going to be reading the people that was in your life. You know what I'm saying? And seeing how one situation led to another, where does unnecessary tension come from, why we didn't have the type of upbringing that we thought, you know what I'm saying? Or those other situations that you didn't get the answer to until now.
This is the problem though, man. This is like this. It's the kids. It's the kids, man. The kids grow up, and the kids blame the parents for whatever they feel that it was inadequate, it wasn't enough, this, that, and third. So they hold this shit.
Right.
But they not really understanding. If we break this shit down, we come from a line of slaves. So we had to go through some type of trauma. So we got the master hitting, smashing our mama. Our dad had to watch.
Yeah.
Then it goes down there because that's the grandparents. Then the parents after that. Then now we ain't in slavery, but the mentality's still there because we damn near almost inbred and incest and shit like that. You feel me? Because they trying to keep a pure bloodline. And then we go past that. Then now I don't got no job, and now I'm on dope, and I've been touched as a little girl, and this, that, and the third. So that's the mama dealing with it. So she's sexually abused, and that shit trickled down.
Yeah.
And then you find out, damn, the reason why she ain't treat me like this, that, and the third,
because she
did this shit. So then this shit just does the shit stop rolling down the fucking head?
Generational trauma, bro. Like when you think of it like that, everybody is here. And you know, like their parents had some unresolved trauma.
Yeah.
When they made you.
Yeah, it's called life. You gotta deal with your trauma.
Exactly. And that's why, like, even if you think about that in the context of being born in a world of sin.
Yeah, that's what.
Like that's what that is.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
exactly
Like
what it is.
you being manifested out of your parents' traumas, and so they can only raise you
The best
the
that
best they know
can.
how,
Yeah,
based on what they fear
whatever they feel
and
and how they've been through.
and what they
And guess
yeah,
what? It's better. Your situation is better than theirs.
it is.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
But you complaining about your situation.
You got to fix your situation. You got to make peace with your situation, so you don't put your situation in somebody else's situation. Because the worst thing that you can be as an able-bodied human being is an emotional burden to another able-bodied human being.
Yeah.
Because everybody got their own problems.
Yeah.
Everybody responsible for how they feel when they get up, and they responsible for not inflicting their pain on other people.
Other people, yeah.
And even if you know you hurt, you emotionally irresponsible if you don't take accountability of yourself before you start interacting with people.
Delusion.
Ain't nobody sitting up ready. No healthy person is sitting back waiting to disagree with you.
Mm-mm. And it's okay for a disagreement. Now you got two sides to look at it. Maybe your world ain't solid as what you thought it was. It's okay to open up and to invite new ideas into your shit. If you're trying to be better, we're supposed to learn from everything and everybody every day. You're supposed to learn something new.
Yeah.
Now you blocked in because you feel like you didn't got enough knowledge. What a fool.
What a fool. You're going to miss it.
You're going to miss it. I'm trying to teach you something. God put me in your life for a reason to better you. Then the devil put people in your life to fuck you up, to keep you distracted, to keep you down, to keep you pressed down, to keep you where the hell you at. So you ain't never going to see the light. You're going to see nothing but darkness and chaos and drama. But it's fun.
Yep.
It's fucking fun.
It's fun though.
It's exciting.
Yeah. But you.
It's provocative.
It gets the people going.
Yeah. It's seductive.
And you think that frequency is all you need.
That's all you need in the world.
And when other people start checking out that frequency, you realize how trendy it is. And they say, you old and left behind.
Yeah. Now you're at Old Bach on Thursday. And you 56.
Yeah. Yeah. And you got on some matching gaiters.
And you got athletic socks on.
And a jersey.
And now you're out of bounds.
And you had to play. You got a jersey on and you're not even a player.
Never been.
Pretender, imposter. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason you in there because you.
It's lonely at home.
It's lonely at home.
I need to come out and see some people.
You lonely by yourself.
Maybe I get lucky.
You lonely by yourself. You want to be acknowledged. What that is? Is it not Obach? He said, I forgot about that place. Yeah. Hey, look.
That's all I'm just saying. Now that's where you end up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna be out of town.
You
just got enough money to go to the bar down the street.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that guy. You 61.
At the Elks Lodge. At the V.
F.
W. Post it.
I got a quarter tank of gas that got last me the next week.
$2 beers though. Cheap beer.
Cheap beer. And like I said, it's entertaining.
Yeah, like
it's an escape. Because I know in the back of my mind I gotta get my shit together.
I should not be
here. But it's $2 Tuesday. And these wings are delicious.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just went grocery shopping. I don't have the money to be here.
Run it back.
Fuck it.
It ain't but a couple different outcomes you're gonna get, you know what I'm saying, over a period of time. Because we ain't saying you can't be in these places, but they hit different when you're not working on yourself.
Yeah. When you ain't never been on a plane, it hit different. When you ain't never been out, you ain't never got a stamp on your passport. You don't even own the passport.
You ain't been outside your zip code.
Yeah, it hit different.
Yeah. And
you ain't never had a brand new car. It hit different.
The arguments.
You ain't never owned a house. It hit different.
It hit different.
It hit different.
We say nobody's coming to save you, right? It ain't even about where you are physically located. It's up here. Can't nobody get you Can't nobody save you out of your own mind. No physical. You have to decide that you're gonna stop wandering mentally, and then figure out the right direction to go after that, or just try something new.
Because it's almost like a maze in their head.
It really is.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they in it so much that they get lost, but they already know what to do, but they second and third guessing. So they're just spinning wheels. They doing donuts and that shit.
Yeah. At some point, it's like, like you shutting down the own traffic in your head just so you can, burn out at the intersection.
Yeah. That's what you're doing.
You spinning your tires. Literally spinning your tires.
Yeah.
And
smoke all in the cabin.
Yeah, it's like literally talking about your brain fried.
Yeah. Smoke all in the cabin. You doing donuts. Where the smoke gonna go?
It's gonna come out your ears.
You got the window down. Where's it gonna go?
Man, like people are fragile. That's how fragile they are. That's the difference right there. Not talking to somebody got this dude out in the intersection doing donuts.
But this is the thing. The same people that do talk to somebody, they still second guess that person. So now you're really trying to search for something and these people keep telling you the same thing. These different people.
They keep telling you the same thing.
Same thing. Different people. Same thing.
And whether or not they're saying the same thing, they all behave the same way.
Right.
Because everybody ain't gonna have the same words.
Right.
People
the tone
gonna be different. Because keep in mind, the same people we talking about, they care more about the delivery of what they being said than actually what's being said.
The substance.
So with or without the words, they're gonna get the same type of outcome. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not all the time the same reaction, but eventually the same outcome is that you sitting by yourself and don't nobody want to deal with your shit.
Right.
Because it ain't personal.
I got my own shit, and I already told you about your shit.
I will counter and say it is personal. It just don't belong to me.
Right. It is personal.
It just don't belong to me. And what I'm saying is 1,000% accurate for people that fit the behavior, that get the same outcomes. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't walk around dumping your, traumas on other people and then expecting them to be excited to see you.
Right.
Like, that's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
now you're a burden.
I'm
running every time I see. If your phone is calling, you about one more phone call away from being blocked. I don't want to talk to you. It's exhausting.
It's exhausting because I don't even like my own problems. That's why they call problems, right? But I accept the weight of my problems and the balance of whatever my happiness is.
No, I'm actively working on it. That's the difference.
Because I'm actively working on it. See, when I accept it, it's because I'm working on it. I accept that they are part of the recipe.
Right.
And I want less of the problems in my recipe. So I have to do something to offset the weight of the problem. Yeah. Because the problem is a given. You're going to have something to balance you out. A 95 in a 5 situation, 80 in a 20 situation, or whatever numbers you want to use. Someone's got to balance it.
Right.
I don't have room but for 5% of my own problems at a time. Because I might have a ton of them. But some of them I got to structure them in a way where
you might need to throw that problem, you might put that problem in the trunk.
Yep.
You got some problems in the back seat.
Yep.
You got some problems in the front seat or in the glove department. I mean, you shouldn't have your problems in your lap. You trying to drive.
I wish I had done a pie chart. You know what I'm saying? And to just show like 2 offset colors. You take your pie chart, and then 95% of the pie chart is all the great things in your life, and then the other remaining percentage, the other 5%, is all of the negative stuff.
Right. But you kind of think that 5% outweigh the 95.
You give the 95, but you give the 5%.
Yeah. Too much credit.
The attention that you should be giving the 95%. Yeah. And so then when people see you, they only seeing 5% of you.
Right. Because you're in your own head, and these flaws and this trouble and all this pain, you wearing the shit. Like now you forcing me to say, what's wrong, dog?
Now I got to say something.
Everything all right?
Yeah.
You forcing me to do it.
Yep.
Really, you supposed to deal with that shit before you got them leave the house.
Yeah. That way, when we have a conversation, if it come out,
then it's all natural.
It's all natural.
Yeah.
Versus, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't really know what to do.
Yeah.
And
you ain't yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you ain't figured out what to do, just stay in the house.
Yeah.
Just stay in the house. Don't come outside.
Yeah.
Like I done had days where it's been like, and I don't know how to think of it is. It's like just deep meditation. I don't think meditation is a 15-minute thing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
Sometimes you got to be quiet and you got to be isolated. And even if you're doing the same things you normally do, you ain't just picking up the phone or just trying to dump on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Until you figure out what you meditating about.
Yeah.
Because if you ain't allowing your emotions to make you slow down, because your emotion's supposed to tell you to read the room.
Right.
That's what you're supposed to. That's how men use their emotions.
Right.
Women use their emotions a lot differently. You know what I'm saying? For expression. You know what I'm saying? And men use it for motivation. Because a woman have way different emotions. Let's just say a woman and a man share the same type of emotion. Anxiety. Everybody got anxiety. Everybody got PTSD. Men have to transmute theirs. Mm-hmm. Most men trying to do that. They either gonna work themselves to death, they're gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? Or do something, some sort of project.
I know what you're saying, but I feel like it's both. Like it just depends on the person. Because there is some women out there that do that shit. Like they transmute it, they go to work and they have a hellified career.
Yeah. But
they don't have no sex life. Just like with the men, hella work, but the kids don't respect you, and
all of that is in that 5%.
You see what I'm saying? The kids don't respect you because you're not home.
Yes,
they want you to be home. They need you to be going to their plays. They need to go to their practices. They need that love and that care and affection. That's why when the household need that balance, work and home, but now y'all kind of got to switch roles so the kids can get some of you too, daddy, or some of you too, mom. Because the mom could be making all the money, but the dad is always there. So who they gonna listen to? Almost like your dog. If you always on the road and you come back, EJ ain't gonna listen to you.
No.
When the last time you fed him?
Yeah, especially if you wasn't doing nothing with him before.
So that's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing. You got to leave a good reference point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like when you think about that, you know, this is why therapy becomes so much more important, because sometimes you don't know how to have a conversation in general. Knowing how to have a conversation about the emotions that you're experiencing, that takes some work to refine it. You know what I'm saying? Because
say that one more time. Having
a conversation about your emotions is
what if the person don't know
how?
No. They don't have the word for the emotion, how they feeling. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now that's a whole
nother, which is why therapy is when you can't deal with it.
But what is therapy? Therapy is a conversation.
It is.
You still remember it's personal. It's not yours.
It's personal.
But the person that's in therapy still has to kind of self-reflect their own shit so they can not relate, but they can better transmute it. You see what I'm saying?
I got you. Yeah.
So this is a form of therapy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You see what I'm saying?
And
open dialect.
Open.
You're learning something. I'm learning something.
Yeah.
We ain't over talking to each other, so on and so forth. We got them speaking our truth. Some people agree, some people don't agree. See what I'm saying? It's all a form of therapy. Yeah. We all need different opinions, but you gotta be open. What if you're not open for someone else's suggestions?
Yeah, man. Like,
who told you to tell me that? I will fuck you up. No, for real. The nerve of you.
The audacity.
The audacity. Who the fuck you think you see what I'm saying? That's unhealthy because damn dog, can't nobody tell you. I'm supposed to be your homework. At the very least, you don't got no wife. I can't even check you.
If I can't check you, who can?
Who can?
Like if I see you every day,
Yeah.
if I'd have seen you 22 days in a row,
Yeah.
on day 23, I got a list of critiques. I say, hey man, we've been around each other, and I noticed some things about you that maybe you're not aware of.
Mm-hmm.
These are the things.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, pay attention to me the way I pay attention to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
These are the things. And you read what I got, and you don't ask any questions, but you just react based off of what you read. Then what's the point of the friendship?
Yeah, but it's hard because one, you're absolutely right from your perspective.
Yeah, of course.
Then from the I'm gonna say victim.
Mm-hmm.
The victim is like, damn dog, you've been silently assessing me. You've been breaking down, critiquing all my flaws. Like I can't even trust you because what we doing?
Exactly. So
then now
it's a whole different mindset.
You see what I'm saying?
Because that's why you got to do your own work. See,
yeah.
If you do your own work, and then somebody actually say, man, hey, I got these things right here.
Yeah.
And you gonna appreciate it.
I'm open to it.
You're open to it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I've already been doing the work.
He's already been doing the work.
And yeah, right here, this is what I mean when
you'll give me some clarity.
Yeah, I give you a little feedback, positive feedback.
That's the difference between a critique and a criticism.
Yeah.
The criticism is only heard by the person that ain't doing their own work.
Yeah.
Because if you do your own work, you're gonna be open to like, hey, look, I think I've been doing this, but then but what if I show you something that you've been working on, right?
I think this is what I got. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think for the people that's listening, I think it's like this. It's not the criticism. It's just it's a point where they're not able to identify these things. So that's where the disconnect is at. You see what I'm saying? I'm not doing the work. And you're telling me about some shit that I didn't even ask you to do because I'm not even there yet.
Yeah,
I can't
you're nowhere near it.
Yeah, what is this language you're speaking of?
Yeah, because like if you're not aware of yourself,
right,
then you're probably not working on yourself.
Right.
Or if you are working on yourself, you ain't communicating that you're working on yourself. You're not drawing the right boundaries. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like you still doing the same activities, but you saying, hey, I'm working on myself, but you still drinking, going out, middle of the night, you know what I'm saying, or whatever.
It's easy to say that because everybody in the peanut gallery in society is doing that. It's a therapeutic session right now in the world. And then, like you said, with these buzzwords that's coming out, man, I heard this shit somewhere. It sounds pretty cool. I'm gonna say it next time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just repeating.
I'm gonna repeat it. I'm gonna regurgitate it.
I'm performing.
Yeah.
It's without just knowing the words and the time and the when to say it.
Yeah.
That's just performing.
All the context.
Yeah. No different than you being an actor.
Yeah, for sure.
You learn some lines. I done read the script. I know the lines.
I mastered it. I am him. I am him.
Yeah. But when you really believe, like in what you're saying, your behavior,
I know now
matches
the action is different.
Because when I say, man, look, if actions speak louder than words,
then what are you saying?
What are you saying when you're doing something?
Mm-hmm.
And when you start thinking about what people say, and then what the outcome is, not what they do in the moment, because that can change. You know what I'm saying? Today you could be mad. You can be mad about something different every day, and nobody will know why that's a trigger for you at all. But what it comes down to is this: how many times have you had the same type of blow up, and what was it over? And how often does it happen? And who's always the victim?
Right.
If you always the victim, and it is always somebody else doing something to you, then just isolate yourself.
You need some self.
Go isolate yourself. No, don't even out because you ain't there yet.
What I'm saying, when you isolate, you can try to get some self-awareness.
Right, but that's the thing. You won't have that understanding that you're talking about until you accept that you keep putting yourself in these situations. Because remember we said before, like that's the difference between a critique and a criticism. I'm writing these things down and I'm trying to show you your behavior. But if you doing your own work, you're gonna appreciate the observations. If you're not doing your own work, you're gonna be offended at the observation. So it's only like right now you still offended by observations.
Right.
So other people are withdrawing from you, but you still mad.
Right.
Which means that's like at some point when you by yourself, you ain't got no choice but to look at yourself.
Yeah.
Isolation gonna happen one way or another. What are you gonna do when isolation happens? Because that's what I have experienced in my life, and most people that I've isolated myself from, or I ended up being isolated from, is just a change in behavior. Because I don't do it. No two people do everything the same.
Yeah. And like you said with meditation, some people can sit still, and then some people need to be cleaning up. They clean up their whole house. They find a new a new idea, or they didn't kind of like they talking to themselves internally, but while they simultaneously cleaning up. So now this is nice and clean. Now I can sit in some isolation a little bit better, more clear, because I got some work done. I feel proud of myself. I need to do this shit anyway. And then now, okay, bam, I got that weight off my shoulder, and now I can unlock and it can go downhill to some other things.
Yep.
So some people can sit still Indian style, have some shit burning, and have total darkness. They might need that. Read a couple scriptures. Some got to clean up. Some got to go to the gym. Some got to go for a run. However you do it, audience or world, I mean, you just find you something to do and mind your business. Just mind it to the greatest capability that you can, because you got to invest in yourself. And a better you, if you want a better world, you got to start with yourself. You see what I'm saying?
The key to getting control of your problems is minding your business.
Yeah, you got to mind your
That's the first business that you got to mind. You know what I'm saying? Like literally.
You the CEO of your life. If your life is fucked up, you the only one that really can determine how this shit gonna go. You gotta make better decisions.
Especially when you sit back and you take inventory of like, okay, I'm going through something right now, and let's say I feel bad, right? And then you disregard everything that makes you comfortable enough to even feel bad.
Yeah.
Because like you got a roof over your head. All your foundational needs are taken care of. We don't need to run down the bills and all that stuff, because that stuff got to happen regardless whether you're doing it or somebody else doing it. But there's somebody else with the same complaints with less resources to solve their problems. You know what I'm saying? And they still got the responsibility of solving their own problems. You know what I'm saying? And with or without the resources.
You got to figure it out.
You got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? This is why nobody is coming to save you.
Yeah.
Because if you want to be delusional, nobody has to take on the responsibility of breaking you out of your delusion. What they do have to their disposal is the ability to remove themselves from the spaces where they do not assume any responsibility for stuff that does not belong to them. Those problems that you have do not belong to anyone but you. They only belong to the owner.
Return the sender.
Yes. So, and shoot, deny. I will not take delivery of that package.
Right.
You
this
can't.
Ain't mine.
You can't subpoena my emotions to be involved with yours on you know what I'm saying, on things that I didn't create.
Right.
And then I'm not responsible for solving. You know, like the things that now when you got a refined way of having a conversation about it, to get a good conversation, to have good dialogue back and forth about it, that's going to require some refinement, because your emotions ain't nothing but a rough draft of how you think.
Yeah.
It's like a really rough draft. Like you ever wrote something that was 2, 3, 4 pages or whatever, you know, the first things you get out of your mind, they ain't always going to be the most refined thoughts.
Right.
But then you go back and read it again, you're like, I can change that sentence. You don't have to read that way.
I might need to take all this shit out.
I might just need to
Yeah.
chunk that. Kobe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, I need to put this sentence down here.
yeah, you
Put
gotta
this up here.
move some stuff around.
Yeah.
Just because you feel it, and it is only real in that moment. That it takes the other person to be able to relate to what you're saying, and knowing how much they can empathize and sympathize with you. You got to know who's in your audience
Yeah.
if you want to be received the right way.
Right.
And everybody is not your audience
No.
for your emotions. Everybody's just not it. And a lot of people, they think they're the audience, but they're not.
You just gotta when you at a space, you gotta identify like where other people at. So sometimes this conversation can be had and it can be effective. Sometimes we might need to table this conversation. We need to come back to it because right now we can't get to a common ground, and that's okay. And then we gotta just, I mean, like you said, pencil it, come back to it, and at a later date where both of us got a sound mind and we can talk about this at length.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be offended. I don't want to feel like I'm trying to pressure you or anything like that, to trying to change your thoughts or your beliefs. None of that. Just an open conversation that you heard me, I heard you, we respect each other, and then let's move on. Let's talk about something else. But we don't have to keep going back and forth. We don't have to belittle nobody. We don't have to disrespect nobody. We don't have to get upset. Like, some people feel like it's okay to act out however they feel, and that is not okay.
It's immature.
Very much.
I think a
Very
lot of
much.
I think a lot of people I think we skip too many steps. Like, people like to go right to mental health, right? And the reason why people have mental health issues because they got some level of arrested development. You know what I'm saying? They still young,
Mm-hmm.
still very immature, and because they never dealt with the immature way that they communicate their emotions, however they had that stifle, you know, it impacts, you know what I'm saying, how serious somebody takes you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't done the work to, you know what I'm saying, to start assessing how you're being received when you communicate, you're gonna always blame everybody else for not taking you seriously. Well,
Mm-hmm.
you immature.
Mm-hmm.
And it's emotionally irresponsible to not find a way to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In more facets than just your body, in more facets than just, you know what I'm saying, like what it means to function as an adult. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Just because you're professional don't mean that you mature
Mm-hmm.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we buzzwords, like, I think emotional intelligence is very subjective, but I think emotional maturity is even more important. I think that foundation has to be there,
Mm-hmm.
because intelligence can be whatever somebody frames it to be.
Right.
It's all about who relates to it.
Mm-hmm.
And maturity, you either mature or you're not.
Mm-hmm.
And your behavior is going to tell if you still emotionally mature.
or not.
Because you can be emotionally intelligent enough to just talk to deceive people.
Because you can identify.
Because you can identify or manipulate. Yeah. So, like, what you do with intelligence
Right.
is something else, because there's intelligence in everything.
Mm-hmm.
But are you mature
Yeah. To use the superpower correctly.
to use it correctly?
Yeah.
Because, and that's the part when you start breaking down like how people communicate, manipulate, and everything else. If they're not mature, they're making undisciplined decisions with their emotional intelligence,
Right.
and you can figure out that very quickly. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when you end up saying one thing, but you're doing other stuff
Right.
to other people. You know what I'm saying? And it's way in left field.
Right.
Way in left. Like,
Right.
why are you doing that?
Mm-hmm.
How did you get involved in that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What are you doing over here?
Oh, yeah.
Who else knows you come over here?
Yeah. You got your jurisdiction.
You got your jurisdiction. You got to bounce.
Yeah.
And they done threw a flag. And they went to the replay.
Yeah.
That's when you get caught on replay.
Yeah, you on replay for sure.
Come on, man. There's always signs. And the thing is, we act like those signs don't exist until somebody get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I never saw it coming. I didn't think she'd do anything like this, or he did something like that. Nah.
I had watched this podcast yesterday, and there's this chick on there. She says, this guy in the music business she had a relationship with this, or relations with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this guy is supposed to be powerful, and he's a shot caller, a boss.
Mm-hmm.
This guy gets married or has a girlfriend, has kids, try to settle down, but they about to get married or whatever. But the chick saying that she got a whole lot of dirt on this guy because he does business wrong, like this for that, or if I
quid pro quo.
Yeah, if I did this. So the question was, he said, did you how can y'all sleep with each other, but then you can call him out on just trying to be like he made you do some things that you didn't want to do, he like force you on your will. But it's not that. It was more so she was saying that she had sex with him for opportunity. He provided the opportunities. She had sex. She said she didn't want to have sex with him, but she wanted the opportunity. You have both.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't have one without the other.
Morals, you got to choose. Your moral compensate. I want it, but not as bad as at this. So at risk, you throw this to the side, and then go get. No, ain't no compromise, because you go get the opportunity. Mm-hmm. Now all of a sudden, you don't like how or what you had to do for the opportunity. But you already knew that from day one. It wasn't finesse or trick. You knew it all along. So now you trying to badmouth this guy on some shit that you did. It fucked around with my head and my psyche of the thought process, and then I'm thinking like, yeah, there's some trickery out there with some guys, goddamn trying to.
But it don't get much more transparent than the way you was.
Exactly, and that's what you can't do that, and then take me to court and try to take my money because you don't like how the shit, what kind of choice you had to make to get to where you had to go. Because ain't nobody tell you to do it. You didn't have to do it. Mm-hmm. But you wanted the money and the lifestyle, and it was afforded to you, and you got it. Now all of a sudden it's a problem.
Yeah, man. Like it's man.
That's why, because there's a lot of things happening.
And that right there is exactly
Diddy's situation. All
of other situations, which is why I started breaking down all of these different terms that I've come up with, because in the past it was just they wrong. People choosing a side.
Yeah.
They either saying he shouldn't have did
right
this,
or wrong.
Right or wrong. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's too muddy. You know what I'm saying?
But in the mud, that's what I just explained.
Yeah, and what you're talking about is where the mud is. You know what I'm saying? And people, and in the mud, that's when you get people that's either black and white or people that want to stay in the gray area. You stir all of that up, it's mud. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when it comes down to it, well, what's the decision that was made? Mm-hmm. What based on the option that was presented?
Willing.
And it was consensual.
It was consensual.
Which is why men are, at some point, are men not delusional to expect the same type of accountability from a woman that a man would expect?
I feel like sometimes, yes, they are.
That's what I think. I think men are delusional in the aspect, not that they expect accountability. Well, no, not that they require accountability, because everybody requires a certain level of accountability. But men are delusional if they think women's accountability is the same as men's. Mm-hmm. And meaning what when you sit back and you look at a situation and you go weigh the pros and cons, what's the worst thing that can happen?
Mm-hmm.
The worst thing that can happen is probably one or two on her list. And it might be 12 or 13 on yours.
Mm-hmm.
So like she might have way different triggers
Mm-hmm.
for her to go to her worst case scenario versus you who thinks it's just like, oh, this is just the course of doing business.
Mm-hmm.
Because women don't have the same mindset about the outcomes that men do. And it's not a shot, it's just reality. Like
well, it was just crazy.
Like,
I'm gonna send you the
yeah.
clip, and then you can check it out, and then we can probably discuss that.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot in that shit. I'm like, man, y'all, it's crazy as hell. I had to cut that shit off because my heart was racing, my blood was pumping. That ain't even none of my business, but it's a lot of people out there that think like that, and it's real.
Which is why I say is dangerous to assume that someone else is as emotionally solid as you are, and I'm telling you, it is very dangerous.
It's very dangerous. You're right. You don't want to assume nothing
because all of this is based off of emotions.
And it's another thing. Like you can try to do business with somebody, right?
No.
Hold on.
I'm listening.
You doing business with somebody. You thinking, okay, y'all got a cool relationship, this, that, and the third. The whole time, the other person, let's say it's the opposite sex.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole time, this person is like, you know what? When we talk about manipulation and all this other shit,
yeah.
So they want you in a different way. Where, all right, I need a business transaction. I need you to do something for me.
Right.
But all along, they want to fuck. You see what I'm saying? So I need you to finish this project for me because I need your help. But they want to fuck. So okay, so then bam. Let's say bam, y'all fuck. Now it's more now the project that you really needed is for free because y'all had fuck.
Yeah.
But then if you don't want to fuck around with her no more,
now you gotta pay for it.
Now you gotta pay for the service.
Yeah. Cause she gonna get paid.
You see what I'm saying? Damn.
Yeah. Which
now
one is
I got to pay? Now you get paid twice.
Now you get paid twice.
Physically and financially.
Yeah, and you held me hostage. You meat bailed me.
You damn sure right.
You meat
bailed.
What I'm saying? Yeah, like I'm telling you.
But you got to be careful because there's some situations.
That's exactly why I'm telling you when you start breaking it down, the risk of men doing business is extremely high when you got the opposite sex involved. It's a lot higher than what people think.
I'm gonna put this out there too.
Go ahead and say that.
So it's another podcast where it's you know who Shaquille O'Neal is. Everybody know who Shaquille O'Neal is.
Yeah.
So he had a wife,
Shawnee O'Neal,
and they got a divorce. Cool. But Shawnee got remarried, right?
Right.
And this dude was supposed to be a pastor.
He the pastor. Like yeah.
So allegedly 2 weeks. You're the pastor. You're the pastor now. Listen, I'm listening. For context purposes only.
Yeah, I'm tapped in. I'm just shifting gears.
All right, so you the pastor.
Right.
All right, and you hear this. Allegedly, Shawnee fucked this dude 2 weeks before the wedding. Hold on now. And she didn't just fuck him, she gave him a gift, a Richard Mille. So the Richard Mille watch costs like
$250,000.
It's a lot of money.
It
so
ain't
however,
cheap.
and I don't know if it's your money, her money, somebody's money, but this is what she's doing 2 weeks prior to jumping the broom. And you know what, baby, come here. I do.
Ew.
Yeah.
You can still smell him on you.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So this is just a scenario, and it happens all the time, man. The trust out here, you never know You never know, man. You never know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, is it clickbait? Like you snitching on yourself, dog, because you kissing and telling. Like I feel like that's some whole shit because you ain't supposed to let that out the
I
bag.
would never let it out the bag.
But nowadays you got to create this content and you got to put some truth on it. So it's a fine line, even though it's truth, it don't need to be said.
Keep it to yourself.
Because now you kind of disrupting whatever she had going on, and this thing was good to you once upon a time.
Cloud chasing.
So what we doing? You see what I'm saying? And but she got to be careful who she give her.
Every time.
Yeah.
When we get in these situations where we're talking about mind your business, trust, being responsible.
But hold on. But
there's more. There's more.
Yeah, because the context of it. But if you look at the divorce from Shaq, she claims that Shaq had all these women, so she couldn't do it no more. But you kind of doing the same.
You're doing the same thing.
Now now all this transfer energy that you thought you had, you didn't get out your system. And now you about to bring it into a marriage, and you already did. And this dude don't know nothing about all the prior transactions you had with your body.
And you let your issues with your ex-husband drive you to go fulfill.
Maybe you was already fulfilled because this is just some of the truth.
This is only what we heard about.
Yeah, I ain't rolling around in the mud. What's over there in the mud? Okay. That's mud. It looked like mud from here.
The fact that you put yourself in a situation like that is beyond me, because like she wanted the masterminds behind, you know what I'm saying, like all of the reality TV stuff.
I know.
So you got a high visibility
position. I know.
And you let her you done gave yourself to a Pookie. You pay for a Pookie. You got to take what comes with that.
I don't know. If I was Shaq, I still probably have hoops. That's all I'm thinking about right now. I still have me some hoops, man. Hoops was something special.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah, like what we got going on over here? Somebody trying to send a message. Oh man. Yeah, so the but like, why would you jeopardize yourself like that? You know what I'm saying? It ain't no different than like Jonathan Major's situation, right?
Now that's more money. Because allegedly it wasn't, but then now it's a lot of shit it's looking like, oh man.
Well, his situation is there was plenty from the videos that I saw.
Yeah.
And the other history that came around with it. Like, even if he wasn't completely wrong, it was like weird. Like, you shouldn't be in certain situations. That, you see what I'm saying? So it make it
exactly.
It make it just difficult.
Even more money.
It's just like when
I don't even care.
I don't even care.
This is now what I do. If it's too much to dive into the headline, I don't want to read the story. The headline was enough for me.
It ain't gonna get better.
Exactly. So headline it is. I read the headline. I ain't want to see nothing.
Especially when it's just going down a rabbit hole that you already know is just so unnecessary.
Yeah, I already seen this somewhere else.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Like the stuff that's too good to be, not even too good to be true, but just the thing that used to just be on the back of that newspaper called The Sun, the tabloid.
Yeah.
It's a lot of this stuff was just on tabloids.
Right.
And now it's mixed in with the regular news.
Right.
And so like when you see something crazy, like when Jussie Smollett, you know what I'm saying, getting jumped in Subway at 2 a.m. in Chicago by some people in some MAGA hats.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna never forget that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like what you do that for? What you make that up for? And then now
still don't
understand it. But now remember the chick that a few months ago that was talking about somebody hit her with a brick? and then later on they figure out she got scammed, or that she scammed everybody. Now they there's a warrant out for her arrest for her getting over on people, and we sat here and talked about it on the show. Like, I don't believe none of that. That's like, I don't care what anybody says. You can try to find a way to pander to that all you want.
Yeah, because if you get hit in the head with a brick, you're gonna be bleeding.
Don't nobody mind their business.
You're gonna have blood somewhere.
Don't nobody mind their business like men do.
Mm-hmm.
Because and if something happened like that, you had broken eye socket, you would have been in the hospital.
Yeah, you damn near out of there. How many it was? I don't know.
Yeah, like
I don't remember shit because it's a lot of force. You damn near be dead. You see what I'm saying? Because brick is cement.
Yeah, like
fall on the ground, see if that brick chip.
Man, look. Yeah, see,
try to run through some bricks, see how far it gets.
See how much skin you leave on it.
Yeah,
you ain't got no broken teeth, no broken jaw.
Yeah,
like you know how many bones?
Yeah,
is right here that work together.
Yeah, it definitely could have been damaged.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So she getting, what I'm saying, the energy she put back out in the universe.
But I feel like the people that donated the money, she don't need to have no warrant out for arrest, and those people deserve to lose their money.
Yeah, I get that too.
You want to run up and just want to go ahead and just donate some shit without reading all into it and not really understanding it, just because you want to stand there because you're a woman and she a woman, and then now y'all sticking together and you want to give her some money. That don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense. Like what did you do?
Yeah.
To get a brick on your head like that, and I ain't like, who are you around?
Yeah.
To even get in a confrontation, or to be by yourself. What were you doing for somebody to say that's the one right there?
That's the one. Get her.
Get her.
Yeah.
What made them look at you and say get her?
Yeah.
And when you start asking them kind of questions, and they got to tell what they did or how they exchange went, it's gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? Where they had a chance to make a different decision, but they escalated the situation, or they made it up. It ain't but one or two things. Because, man, all this stuff, these people that get into it with each other is really, they have internal conflicts with what they deem to be respectful and disrespectful.
Yeah.
And even if it's disrespectful or not, what are you gonna do? What's like when you in the territory of disrespect? How far are you gonna stay in that territory until something happens, where it's in your favor or not in your favor? What's the risk? And you can't ever predict how far the other person is willing to go.
You're right.
It don't matter what you think you should be doing, or what you think that they should accept. They don't care.
Right.
And you think you're gonna just beat somebody up and then go pick up your kids from school and go home? Because you don't know how far they're willing to go to get even. Sometimes it's just cool to say my bad.
Right.
I just don't see it the same way.
It ain't worth it. It's like you can be upset, but what you do after you get upset, that's the sin.
Yeah,
feel
man.
me? That's where the sin come in at. Like, damn, you don't need to be fighting fire with fire. Every time I see a fire, it's a fire truck, and he hooks some water up to it to put that blaze out.
Yeah, like
Blaze don't goddamn shoot fire on top of fire to put the fire out. Somebody got to be goddamn smart. Somebody got to not risk it all. Somebody got to be at a sound mind.
That's why, like, me and the Zerde flowers too.
Yeah.
Because everything
shit we put up with.
Yeah, and it's you have to accept the catalog of everybody else's problems before you even talk about yours. Because if you aren't assessing your environment the right way, if you assess it with feelings the way they express it with feelings, then you're going to have, because somebody's not doing the assessment.
Yeah, it ain't turning out good.
Somebody has to express and somebody has to assess. And the better the person gets at expressing, you get better assessments and then better outcomes. Because expression is going to happen. It's either going to be passive aggressive or very direct or unstructured. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have structured expression or unstructured expression. That's up to you. But like if you ain't getting a second or a third opinion before you bring your problem to where you think you can fix it, you haven't gotten an assessment of your own feelings. Your feelings are just the words, but is that real? Or is it just the words that you know how to say at that moment in time? You know, and you don't have you got a rough draft for your expression. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got. But when you sit down and say, you know what, these are the sides of the situation that I could have done differently on.
Yeah.
And
it's accountability.
And it's the accountability. Like I'm telling you, people be talking about accountability, the steps they skip before they get to it. Is the discipline.
Assess yourself.
Yeah, it's the discipline. And what goes into discipline? Being emotionally responsible for your actions. If you can't do that first, then you're operating from an undisciplined mindset. If you taking inventory of like the way you express things and the reactions you get, and you refine it as you go, you become more disciplined with your words, and you become less irresponsible with how you convey and how you express your discontent with certain things. And then you realize, hey, I got to accept when somebody telling me something about myself. And you got to take that into consideration, because you ain't going to change a habit overnight. You're just going to try to refine it and improve it and get a little bit better every time, you know what I'm saying, you're in a certain situation.
Yeah. That's all you can do.
But if you're sitting back, listening to respond, all you want to do is really disagree. All you want to do is perfect your space. You want to perfect your justification for your behavior. You don't want peace. You here to scuff things up. You don't care about nothing else but how you feel about it. And I care about the well-being of the people that's around me.
Yeah.
Because if you don't feel like you can contribute, or if you don't feel like you desire to be there, you're probably in an unsafe environment. You're probably in a very, very unsafe environment. But if you're in a safe environment and you still think people trying to hurt you, you need to go do some work.
Right.
Go do some work. Right. Don't nobody else want to live with you.
Still feel like that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody rushing you out. You know what I'm saying? None of that. Hey, shout out to Jessica Fields. She said, indeed, men need their flowers. You all carry burdens beyond our understanding. Come on now. Self-reflection, accountability, integrity, honesty, and consistency. All of that plays into, making things make sense around you.
Yeah.
And one of the first things that a man got to make sense of his environment is what's his business and what ain't.
And a lot of times before we wrap up, man, it's like the real reason why relationships don't work is because not just having the wrong partner, it's just motherfuckers is not ready to be in a relationship for real. They got the idea of a relationship, but the work to put in the relationship ain't really all that.
Yeah. Like it requires evaluation.
Then you throw, the unbalanced emotion. So it's like, damn, you trying to live your life off this fake notion of emotion. Like your whole relationship can be based off emotion or how someone makes you feel. What about the shit that makes you, like, whatever you do makes yourself feel good? You're supposed to have some self-esteem. You're supposed to have these things already. You ain't supposed to be dependent on this other person to fulfill these things. Like, I feel like that's not right. It's a lot of things that emotionally, financially, physically, mentally go into a relationship, go into a person. Then when that person has the best capability or capacity, then they can go ahead and sustain a relationship, a nice, healthy one. But if I got some trauma, you got some trauma, put two traumas together, you're gonna get some drama.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a baby mama.
Next thing you know, you outside spraying the llama.
Yeah, you spraying the llama.
Yeah, you know, you got to look at it
You
like
fuck up some commas.
yeah, yeah. You know, you got to look at it like all of this stuff got a budget.
Yeah, it is.
It really all this stuff got a
Everything
budget.
has a budget.
That's why, like the 95.5.
How much your emotional budget?
Yeah, like if you only allowing yourself 5%
Mm-hmm.
for all of your emotions,
Right.
or the emotions of a loved one, you know what I'm saying, that fits into that space, because you always got room for a person.
Yeah, I say mine be 50-50. Mine be 50% emotion that I got going on, and I'm open. I'm leaving this other 50% open for another person emotion to come in. It's supposed to be my partner, that we can work this thing together.
So my reserve then.
Go ahead.
So you got the 95.5, right?
That's
I'd be willing to give up another 10%.
Mm-hmm.
So I come down to 80-15. You know,
80-15.
so 5 is reserved for me.
Right.
And then I got another 10%
For someone else.
for someone else.
All right.
Because I can run on 85% and do what I need to do.
See, mine is more balanced.
Yeah, I mean,
Mine's more balanced.
all of these things are balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, you're right. I'm just saying, like,
Your 50% is different than my 50%.
well, no, my 50% is different from your 80%.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like I
But
got,
you're right.
you know what I'm saying? So, because ultimately,
And I say 50 by, this is the like disclaimer or the asterisk mark by 50% of somebody already dealing with their shit, already identifying it, already actively working on it, actively, all this is engaged, it's everything. So that's the 50. I ain't talking about no tire burning,
dumpster fire.
tire kicker, none of that.
Like you come to me with 17 different things going on.
Yeah. I don't want that.
And I don't want that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You upset with your parents,
Yeah.
your kids,
And
your
some of that
job.
shit you got to deal with before
Yeah.
I can accept
The
your
3-4
mind.
girlfriends that get on your nerves,
Yeah.
your siblings and all that stuff.
Career path.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't care. I didn't cause none of them.
Yeah.
That's
Deal with that. They come back. Yeah.
Get it off your plate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't never been a time where in our friendship that we put each other in situations where both of us have to account for the other guy with our significant other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, you're supposed to have all your focus for your household.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I put my stuff on you? Why would I burden you with whatever I got, and I'm not even being responsible for it? I'm not refining my own problems.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making my problems a priority. You know what I'm saying, in your life? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, like, the budget for all of this, the outcomes, like, somebody got to pay for this.
And another thing is like people going to the buffet with a full plate. Your plate already full.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you at the buffet?
Yeah.
You got to go sit down and eat.
I got a buffet of problems by myself.
That's what I'm saying. So now you just adding more. That's like you go, everybody, next time you go on a vacation, you going to the beach, bring some more sand from somewhere else.
Yeah.
And take it with you to the beach.
Yeah. But I like
go
this
to the ocean and bring some more water with you.
I like this water though.
No, I'm just saying that's how crazy it sounds.
I know.
I'm gonna bring some my own water, but I'm going to the motherfucking beach.
I'm gonna bring the salt water from the other beach I went to.
Yeah,
because I like that. I like that beach.
That one. Yeah,
yeah. I like taking.
I like how that
with me.
feel on my skin.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then expecting a different outcome.
Come on, man.
Nah, like at some point, cause when you look at things, right? At some point, every parent has to take their hand off of their children.
Yeah.
And be like, son or daughter,
mm-hmm.
those are your problems. You have to solve those.
Mm-hmm.
Those same adults that can say that to their children will turn around and try to burden another human being with their problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Because parents,
do what I say, not what I do.
Yeah. Well, the thing is though, when they tell their children
some advice that they
need to take,
yeah.
The advice that you give your children is the very advice that you should be taking.
Right. But it sounds good me telling you.
It sounds way better. It sounds way better when you say it as a parent.
I'm doing my job. As a person, I'm failing.
Yeah. But the same advice that you need to give them children to protect you is the advice that you need to give.
Yeah.
That is the advice you need to take.
Yeah.
Because like if you're talking in general, every person is somebody's child. You know what I'm saying? And when you're talking to them, and if you listen to what they put on their parents, you're gonna know what you're supposed to put on them.
Mm-hmm.
If that person don't put nothing on their parents, you probably not gonna be able to put, you know what I'm saying, whatever your emotional concerns are on that individual, because they don't relate like that.
All right, so what if we looking at it wrong? Because I was thinking that's human behavior.
Let me read one of the comments right here. Yeah. That's from Taylor. She said, because of our nurturing nature, our problem is that we try to heal those who are broken. The women that has a bright light to them attract the ones that are searching for that light within themselves. I can go with that too, but I believe all of us attract something, and I think that this is I think this line of thought, this theory, is number one. I believe is a lot of truth to it, but I also think it's a crutch, because a lot of women that say stuff like this and then they back it up with saying, "But it's because I love hard," but they put themselves in victim situations. You know what I'm saying? And whether this outcome applies to you or not, there's plenty of people that will stay in a state of victimhood based off this type of logic. You know what I'm saying? Because it can't be the fact that everybody doesn't deserve your emotional connection. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, because they got to get their own situation together first to a degree before you can help somebody, you know? So at some point, that's is that not considered something that's like almost narcissistic? Is it not almost a sign of mental illness? Because what's this draw to people that are broken, and when you haven't even done, you know what I'm saying, all of your own work for yourself. I think everybody struggles with trying to complete their own work. They know whatever they got lined up for themselves. I know I got to do, you know what I'm saying? I know I got things I need to accomplish. And as much as I want to be able to help somebody, if they can't get in line with my frequency, you know what I'm saying, then how useful can I be to them, you know? So like it's a big difference in you know, trying to heal somebody or versus being available to help somebody that's trying to heal themselves, you know? So I think you got to be careful with that, you know, and going forward, because people have less and less safe qualities about them, you know? So you got to take inventory of that. You got to be more disciplined with your help and who you offer it to, you know, because you don't have an infinite supply. And most people that you help, they can't help you back. Yeah. Let's see here. Jessica with a comment, she said, the only time I vent to my husband is when it involves him and it's something only he and I can resolve. Right. Come on now.
God damn.
Come on now, Jessica.
That shit.
Yeah. If only he and I can resolve it. If it's only you that can resolve it, don't put it on him.
Yeah, because the women don't really understand this right here. It's a lot of silent fights and day-to-day fires that we put out. And this is for the betterment of the family as a whole. So we don't really need any more other distractions that you can probably be a good teammate and partner and deal with yourself. because we really would appreciate that, like from the bottom of our heart.
Look,
For
man,
real.
look,
Man, that shit felt good.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, like, brother, you know how you give a man his flowers? You don't take nothing off. You take something off his plate.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only, like, those the best flowers. Like, ain't nothing better than a man saying, to be able to say, man, my wife don't give me no problems like that.
Man, I'm gonna have to go home and make her.
Yeah, I got to go home.
I gotta make her a sandwich.
I got to make her a sandwich every now and then. You know, look, I know how to score, but don't stop me from scoring, and don't take my plays away.
Right.
When you dump your emotional, unresolved, unstructured emotions on someone else, you're taking intellectual resource away from that person. And the other part of it is this right here too. Men are supposed to make women comfortable enough to come to us with a better understanding of their own problem.
Yeah. Let us, first of all, when you come to us, you gotta be open for some damn criticism, some
correction.
It's no judgment, but it might sound like it to a degree, but we care and we love, and we want to see you win because you're a reflection of us. So the yin and the yang is like this: when we gotta support y'all gotta support us. But when you come to us, just come open-minded, man. Don't come already with the agenda and you expect how it's supposed to. No, you got to come open and loving, and then go from there.
Look, if you
because if you expected something else, you're gonna be mad all the time.
I'm telling you, like, if you don't want a solution,
don't bring it up.
Don't bring it up. You know what? No, let me tell you. Let me tell you. This is a tiered approach.
If you want to vent, go find a home girl.
Yeah. Like, look,
if you need some help,
look,
I'm solution based.
I'm finna work without the solution for right now. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, obviously, if you want to work with a solution, it's going to require you to be open to all of that feedback that you just said.
All right.
Okay, but sometimes people got to introduce a problem.
All right.
So we got to give them room to speak freely.
Yeah.
To introduce, because you got to make you aware of it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
This is part of the conversation.
It's part of the conversation. Yeah.
This is why you coming
to
me. So the problem.
Because if it's a problem and I need to vent, I just need you to hear.
Let me hear this.
Let me break it.
Yeah. Let me hear.
So then I give you everything that's been bothering me, right?
Right.
And then I really ask for you to just listen and nothing else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
if you set the tone,
you got to set the tone with them.
Yeah, because you coming with me and I'm already, my mind worked with, okay, I'm listening. Okay, what is the problem?
I'm trying to solve
it. How can we fix it? That is it.
That's why I said, you heard what I said. I said without the solution.
But if you come to me and you already let me know, hey, babe, let me run this by you. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to give me nothing back. I just want to just get it out my own head. Yeah. That's one thing. Yeah. That's something totally different.
Yes, completely different. Yeah. Because, like, I have to sit there and suppress solving the problem.
Right. And
I have to actively suppress solving the problem. It's extremely hard to do. You know what I'm saying? But because if you don't do that, then when I start going back and forth,
I ain't asked for that.
Now you being defensive.
Yeah.
Now I'm saying you being defensive.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
what the hell just happened?
And then when you soon realize it, that if you just wanted me to listen,
then ain't that a form of communication?
It is.
You supposed to tell me what's going on.
But what makes it effective?
The words that you use,
or the preference of it. What makes it effective? Like, hey, I just need you to vent. I need to vent. I don't need a solution.
Yeah.
That's the part that makes it effective.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, then
it's like, give me a disclaimer.
I need
a disclaimer off the rip.
Need a disclaimer. I need a caveat or two.
This is what I got going on. Yeah. But before I get there, this is what it is. All right, cool.
Because, man, we have so many opportunities that come to us in a day-to-day thing. if we stop every time somebody hit us with a proposition or something that we could do, we got 1,000 propositions that can all happen.
Mm-hmm.
But if we ain't actively working on them, what's the point in bringing them up?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's the thing, when you're talking to a woman about her emotions, everything that's a probability, potential, or whatever that's come across is up for discussion at any given time. You know what I'm saying? Which is why, like, a lot of men feel confused when they talking to women about, you know what I'm saying, whatever their issues are. You know, they're like, hey man, I was trying to help,
Yeah.
but she sees your help completely different.
Right.
And so when it comes down to it, I'm gonna let you vent a couple times,
Mm-hmm.
and then now I got some equity because I've waited twice.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to talk about, because when we gonna start talking about the solution?
Yeah, because if you already know how I'm already operating, it's unfair to not
To
even
make me
use
stay in
service.
this space. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So like,
Right.
so if then at that point you get to raise your hand and say, hey, I'm off a suggestion.
Yeah. I'm gonna offer you some advice.
And
What
here's why
Yeah.
I'm gonna offer you some advice. I gotta bracket the conversation back.
Yeah.
Hey, in order for
Have you thought about this and this and that?
Yeah. And if you think you are willing to take my advice, here are some things that I require before we can move to the next thing.
Yeah.
Because I want, in order for it to be effective and everybody get what they want, this is what because now we negotiate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I'm trying to help.
Right.
But if you don't want to hear that, then you got to find somewhere else to go.
Yeah.
With that information, because everybody can't. I can't take my car, like I drive a BMW, right?
Yeah.
I'm not
you can't
finna,
just take it to.
I can't go. I'm not going to a Ford
Yeah.
dealership.
Yeah.
But you drive a Ford and you bring it to the BMW
Right.
dealership,
Right.
and
you got hey, we can't do nothing for you.
I keep telling you what I can't diagnose.
Yeah.
The
You
computer
trying to
keep
make
coming
me
up with this.
diagnose
I ain't got the tools to
it. I don't
diagnose
have
you.
it. Yeah.
So
No one here can work on that.
and that's where, like, not taking on somebody else's emotional mystery.
Right.
You're not finna make me Sherlock Holmes
Right.
of your emotions.
Right.
Because if you can't
Narrow that thing down.
narrow it down, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Get me in the ballpark.
come on, you know, men always relate things to like a car or something, right? You trying to tell me that your car is broken, and I say, well, what is it doing? Because again, what you're doing
Yeah.
is part of the diagnosis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, at 30 miles an hour, when I get on the brakes, I get a lot of vibration.
Shaky,
I get a little shaky,
yeah.
you know. So I start pulling at this
Yeah.
speed or whatever. It's about when it's doing something.
Right.
What hiccup are you having while you are in motion?
Right.
Or are your hiccups happening while you sit still? There's a whole different way to diagnose it. You know what I'm saying? Because you might have a dead battery. you might have a dead battery, but if
it ain't working, but you don't got no coolant in that motherfucker.
Yeah, something, you know, you got to look at, like, okay, so when you're in the act of solving your problem or changing your behavior and you start having certain hiccups, you know what I'm saying? Are they the same hiccup?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you misfiring at?
Mm-hmm.
Is it, and what time of day is it?
Mm-hmm.
Just like a doctor diagnose you and say you having a stomach problem, first thing they ask you, what you ate?
Yeah, what you ate.
How long has it been going on?
Yeah. There's some questions there.
Yeah.
That you got to answer.
Yeah.
Fill out this questionnaire.
And it might be as simple as you eating too much Taco Bell.
Yeah. Late at night.
Late at night. You know what I'm saying?
Late at night, Taco Bell will give you heartburn.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like because you expecting, you know, like you expecting your body to cooperate with the wrong things. Hold up. This is why sisterhood is important. I will vent to a wise woman, friend, depending on the topic.
Star.
But what's up, Star? But it should always be solution based. When I come to my husband, it's always for guidance on how to transmute and execute. Come on, Star.
Star.
Look, those are the flowers we need. The best flowers you can give a man is a bouquet of you solving your own problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And don't you be, and then y'all be trying to be slick too. Y'all try to damn give us a hug or give us some good head or something, but you really want something. After the fact, now you got me in a vulnerable state.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna turn my pockets inside out.
Oh,
Damn,
man.
well, all that was before, you know.
Yeah.
But only when you want something.
Yeah. Like now we got to pull in for some maintenance.
Yeah.
You know.
Now you want to rotate my tire.
So, like, this interesting that she brings up the sisterhood part, right? Because men function on brotherhood, obviously. You know, I would say men have code, and when it comes down to the way men process things, like you might have something, might be sitting in the background, but that's not the first thing that you bring up. You start observing the conversation to see if there's room to have, you know what I'm saying, a discussion about it, you know, because your plate might be full, my plate might be full. Your plate probably already full, so you're trying to rationalize this one thing to get it off the plate, but do I have room for it? And you'll be able to tell that over the course of a conversation, you know what I'm saying? You might not get the best out of somebody if they ain't got but 30 minutes to talk to you.
Today might not be the day
Today
or
might
the
not-
time. The timing just might be off, and that's okay.
And that's cool.
That is okay. I'd rather have the right conversation at the right time versus the right conversation
When I want to have it.
Yeah, because you feel like it's an emergency emotionally. Now you want to dump this shit. Man, did you know what I had to go through today?
You don't care. You don't care. You know, and you've been with your feelings all day. You think I'm fixing to solve it anyway?
You stirring that shit up. It tastes good to you.
You ain't even wrote it down.
Dump it on my plate.
You ain't even wrote it down yet.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So then that's to me, it's a sign of a lack of emotional maturity. You know what I'm saying? Because you basically waiting on your parent to get out of school so you can tell you know what I'm saying, on things that you could have solved throughout the course of your day.
Yeah.
Like it's wild to me that the women that raise their children to think like we're talking can't take their own advice. Mm-hmm. Because like one thing I know for sure is that it's not very becoming of a man to dump his tantrums on his woman. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't maintain the peace and security that go with that. It's and we can't act like them. You could try it once or twice just to get your point across, but just to
act out of line one more time.
Yeah.
Now you're a bitch ass nigga.
Nah, yeah, exactly. Like when you try to meet
him, now get out your feelings.
Now
it's too much.
Now it's too much emotion.
Yeah.
Now it's too much. You know what I'm saying? So then when you shut up and you just take it to a therapist, then it's like, what's wrong with you? Yeah. No, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm working on mine.
I'm working on it. I'm processing.
Yeah, I'm in deep meditation.
Yeah, you told me I'm a bitch ass nigga. All I got to do is tell you that one time. I ain't gonna share trust nothing with nothing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You ain't getting nothing else.
Nothing.
I'm gonna bring it somewhere else.
Yep. I'm definitely gonna break it down. And that's why.
What's wrong with you? I'm peachy.
I'm cool.
Peachy.
Man, and
big
look,
peach.
And this is why when you really sit back and look at it, goes back to what I said before. The communication between men and women is based on varying degrees of personal accountability. Mm-hmm. Your personal accountability has an umbrella of discipline. It has everything that you behave, you know, underneath that umbrella of discipline is based off the right or wrong thing to do. Do you do more of the right thing or do you do more of the wrong thing? Mm-hmm. So your morals and values is going to be different. So your accountability is different. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to pivot off your feelings. That's going to pivot off of, you know, how you judge situations, mm-hmm. how you react to things, judging and then reacting to something else. Mm-hmm. That's going to determine your emotional maturity. All of that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have the basics. Everybody has accountability, but they don't have a level of compatible accountability that always amounts to safety mm-hmm. or trust. If you emotionally irresponsible, why would anybody trust you with their feelings? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. is if I see you not handling your own feelings the right way,
Right.
what you gonna do with mine?
Right. You gonna mismanage.
You gonna mismanage. You gonna say something that you shouldn't have said because you heard something from a hurt place. Come on, let's see here. What you got, Star? Let's see here. Oh no, it's Jessica Ray. Is that I don't bother my husband when he walks in the door unless it's extremely important. Change clothes, eat dinner, and unwind. Then address it. Yep. And that might just be
after,
bringing it up.
After all that, hey, babe, what you think about? I got something to run by you real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, damn, I just came through the door. You attacking me.
Mm-hmm. Ambush.
Yeah.
Like,
shit, this is my safe space. I'm trying to get home safely. I done got pulled over by the police. I done cussed my boss out.
yeah.
I done lost my fucking wallet.
I might be fired.
I done changed my damn tire. Oh shit, my check engine light just came on, and you trying to tell me some bullshit about something that don't mean nothing about nothing.
Nothing.
Not right now at the moment.
Not yet. Like, why do you think? Why do you think you automatically on, my highest priority list?
Yeah, I gotta find out what the fuck going on with my truck. I gotta make sure I got a damn job to go to tomorrow.
I got 4 missed calls.
Yeah, from my fucking boss.
Yeah. I got stuff to do.
Yeah, shit to do, goddamn.
Yeah.
And I know you my baby and everything, but hold up.
And I gotta go make some money.
And I gotta make a play.
That's just what come with it.
Yeah.
And nobody walks around just oozing that.
Yeah. We just make this shit look good, so y'all don't have to worry about it.
Man.
But deep down, if you ever seen a duck float, the duck look good, goddamn.
Yeah.
But his feet be moving underneath that water. Them damn feet be moving.
Yeah, you
see what I'm saying? You can't see that.
Can't let nothing pass him.
Yeah.
So, let's see. It is indeed a lack of emotional intelligence. It's wise to feel the temperature of the individual before unloading emotional baggage. Yeah. Like, sometimes you got to make an appointment. That's why they say time and place.
Yeah, you got to make an appointment.
I never assume that other people are ready to hear me.
Right.
Because there's just too many people that have more value placed on their trauma than they do their dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have more audacity than discipline.
Yeah.
And we don't all value the same pains. You know what I'm saying? The pain I value, I do something different with that pain.
Mm-hmm.
How you value your pain is how you transmute it.
Mm-hmm.
It's how you perform. You know what I'm saying? Through it, because everybody's got something at the bottom. Why you think the best musicians do cocaine? I don't want no.
Trying to escape.
I don't want no music for no sober people.
No, I need cocaine music only.
Yeah,
rock and roll, best guitar player ever did cocaine.
Yeah, loaded on studio juice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't.
And he just had a breakup, and his heart broke.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I need that type of music.
Probably couldn't wait to break up so he could write something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, like, people, you gotta look at people for what they do.
Have you ever rode a motorcycle with some chaps on with your cheeks out?
Yeah, nah, I ain't done that. I ain't none
of
Prince.
Prince did.
Yeah, Prince did.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying?
Did. You see what I'm saying?
Prince definitely did.
You know what I'm saying? With high heels. With platform. I ain't gonna say high heels. He had platforms.
Yeah, platforms. You know what I'm saying?
Up a mountain with a chick that's full of cocaine on the back of his bike.
Dang.
You know?
That's a different story.
Yeah.
When doves cry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Purple raining. So, everybody gotta have somewhere for their stuff to go. You know what I'm saying? So when you don't have no activity, no hobby, no obligation, and your emotions get the best of you, where do your emotions go? And who do they go to? You know what I'm saying? Do they go to something that's a healthy situation or not?
Hey, go down to Jessica real quick.
Yeah,
she's showing out.
She's showing out right now.
Yeah, like that right there. Look at that there.
I'm so good. My husband has the house phone programmed under peace in his cell phone.
I'm gonna send her some flowers.
Yeah. Hey, come on now.
Come on, man.
Look, Jessica
Man,
dropped a
Jessica
gem.
showing out.
That's what we need, man.
That's what we need. I like to hear
Yeah,
that. That
yeah.
shit made me smile.
Y'all see Jessica? You know what I'm saying? Pay
Be
attention.
more
to
like Jessica.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
yeah, come on now. Less drama, more Jessicas. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We really appreciate everybody that tuned in to this episode.
Yeah.
We get ready to get off of here in a second, and before we go, you know, we want to say we appreciate you for being consistent and showing up. I'm going to also drop the link for tonight's podcast because we do 2 on Wednesdays, and this evening's episode of Code Talk is going to be part of the part 2 of the sexual attraction template, and we are going to finish discussing who's attracted to who and why. And it's going to be a very detailed discussion because if you didn't catch last week's, you know what I'm saying, you really should catch, last week's episode to kind of get aware of what we got going on here. But there's a recipe and there's a formula to anything that repeats itself. So we are going to start from the source because if it's a recipe, that means it happened in the beginning stages, right? So who's attracted to who and who created what chaos with their own chaos? And that's what it comes down to. I greatly appreciate y'all for staying online with us for this episode. And I hope y'all got something out of it. I got something out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And want to let y'all know to go support SLP.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm dropping the link for the Instagram over here in the chat. And be of service to your community. Take care of the people that take care of you. And, anything you want to leave us with, what you got with?
Man, no, just make sure you go ahead and hit all the links. You know, follow, like, subscribe, share, repost. Go ahead and get the merch. Get the book. If you want to donate, you can. If you want a hoodie, just go to my DM. I don't have a website just yet, but I'm only doing hoodies right now. So if you want to buy a hoodie so we can help with the proceeds, we help feed the homeless. We're gonna do another one soon at the end of the month. So if y'all want to help, just go to Instagram, Stuntin _like my _Potnas. Yeah, I have a good one for sure.
Yeah. And with that said, we're going to get out of here. And, I wish you guys a great day and see y'all this evening.
Yeah, God bless.
Make sure you subscribe on all platforms and hit the like button and follow. Please leave your feedback in the comments. Make sure you hit up the super chat, leave a donation to support the platform. Yo chick make you mad, my chick make me a sandwich. Yo chick make you mad, my chick make me a sandwich. Go cop the shirt, visit the merch store, shop with Accountable Masculinity and support the platform. Men have hope.